Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judgment. Sorry, I forgot. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Listen, people, Arsenal deserve an apology or not, we don't know, but we'll talk about this. And we're here with Kunle to deliver receipts. He's coming for all of us. He's coming for all of us, people. He has been going around the channels collecting receipts. Oh my
Oh
God,
yeah
people are
now.
paying.
Oh yeah now, my people, my people. You know who it is? It's your dark skinned man from the motherland. If you didn't know before, now today, you go understand. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up all the subscribers and followers and all of that. Smash the like button. And obviously, all you extended Nigerians, make sure you're with us tonight at 6 o'clock West African time, where we destroy those Amapiano punks from South Africa and kick them out of AFCON, man. It's been a great weekend for me. Wins for Arsenal, wins for Nigeria, losses and drop points from my ops. Good times, man. Good times. Big up the panel. Big
What's
up
going on?
Jacob, my favorite.
Big up Jacob, of
All right.
course. Jacob, United Spurs of
My
America.
favorite, man. My favorite.
What is going on, Jacob?
Good morning, boys, from El Paso, Texas. The sun isn't up yet, but if Kunle's smiling, the day has already begun. So, very blessed to be here with you, fine gentlemen. Big up the chat. I'm gonna say, don't know how many are here. I don't know how many likes there are, but I know the ratio is moving something like Arsenal was 2 weeks ago. So let's get it. Let's get the likes up, and let's make sure that we get plenty of likes on the video. But very blessed to be here with you, gentlemen.
Of course, it's one place to start, huh?
Where's
It's
that, man? Where's
Spurs
that?
versus Everton, of course. It's one place to start. Spurs versus Everton. And Romero. Oh my God. Listen, I know. Like, listen, are you? I think I will. We'll talk about Arsenal. We'll talk about the Liverpool. We'll talk about the title race. We'll talk about Arteta's masterclass. But we'll have to start with Spurs. To be honest, that's 2 points drop. Big time. You literally fell behind Arsenal.
Yeah.
7 points, if I'm not mistaken. 7?
This is what they
I'm
were
not
doing. This is what they were doing all Saturday, bro. Jacob finally left Goodison Park. Did you find the 3 points there? Did you find it? Did you find what you were looking for? 3 points?
We found it. We had the 3 points, and then we just said, "Here you go."
Look, Tottenham had the script in their hand, bro. They said Richarlison comes back to haunt Everton with a brace, takes
He
3 points back to the lane.
He actually shot and scored from outside the box. Richarlison
Script was
shot
there,
and scored
bro.
from outside the box. I mean, the script was there, but it was also there when we were failing for the entire second half to put a goal in the net. That's where I put the onus. I don't. Hey, mistakes happen at the end of matches, and honestly, I'm going to say that's a good job on Everton for continuing to apply pressure throughout every minute while you still had a chance. And it is our fault, yes, but there's many things. You already mentioned Romero, and I'm gonna just dispel this quickly and abruptly
Here we go.
because
Go
this
ahead.
isn't on
Yeah.
Kuti. No, it is not. And if you think
They
it is,
always protect him, man.
that
They
is the
always
most
protect him.
simplistic. Protect him like protecting Saliba, like he got bodied by the second smallest winger in the league, and Luis Diaz. That's what we're gonna talk. You want to talk about?
Yeah, we
Getting
can talk about both
protected.
of them. We can talk about it, bro, because one of them
Guys, you
ended
know
up with
what to
three
do in the
points
chat,
and the other
people.
one didn't.
You know what to do in the chat, people. You know the
That's what I'm
I ain't
saying.
having it.
in the
One of them
chat.
ended up with 3 points.
I ain't having it.
The other one didn't. So we can continue talking about your
Well,
shithole of a
look,
defender.
the way the weekend was supposed to go, Mo, was we were supposed to get 3 points. Liverpool were supposed to live up to what everyone thought they were, what everyone built them up to be because it's Jurgen Klopp and his goodbye, and they failed us.
gonna
They
do it
failed me. They failed the world. So if you're in the chat right now and you're like, oh, I'm a Liverpool fan, you failed us. You failed Tottenham. You failed City. Well, actually, you helped City. To me, this is not Romero's fault. It is a mistake. Yes, he just didn't get enough of under it. Now, do we mistake a striker every time they don't get enough under a shot and they fail to score a goal? No, we don't. Do we blame Brian Hill in the 87th minute because he had the ball and then there was 7 yards between him and this guy, 10 yards between him and this guy? And what does he decide to do rather than retain possession late in a game and try and manage? He boots it to the back line. of Everton, and then it builds. That's when they start their build up, and then what happens then? Is it Romero's fault that Kulusevski, who's invisible for the most part of 90 minutes, and then actually I think he got benched. He wasn't even out there the whole time. He gives away a stupid foul, and then on that stupid foul, they have a set piece where Kuti doesn't get enough.
Lost track of your protection agenda. You lost track there. Carry on.
It's not an agenda. I'm just stating factual information that happened throughout at the very end of that match there, because everyone wants to say, oh, it's Kuti Romero. People were saying it's an own goal, which, first of all, we're in the age of technology, the age of information. The information's at your thumbs. Just whenever
First
you
of
want
all,
it.
nobody calls him Kuti out here, mate. So calm down, innit? Everyone's talking about Romero. Continue, though. Continue. Sorry.
You know, I never played that video because I don't have it. That other video. I never had that video. Like, nobody sent it to me. But you know what just happened? You know what just happened, of course.
Hassam sent it to you?
Yeah, I think people joined from
Might as well, mate. Might
This
as well
is
show
football,
it.
so bigger people. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new.
Kunle, I don't like this disrespect immediately. We're not even 10 minutes into the show. The disrespect is outlandish.
Might as well get out of the way early, mate. Get out of the way early.
This is football. Big up the people that joined from This is Football, of course.
Exactly.
But I never,
Jacob,
I never play stuff videos
no
like
rules.
this. But the only
Hey, bro, don't explain yourself.
Kuti,
bro. Do
Kuti,
your thing.
Kuti, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. I fucking love Kuti Romero. He's the fucking GOAT, and I hope you know.
You know,
Yes.
okay, Kunle, is that the first time
Send
you
me
see this
that.
video?
Send me that right now, bro. Send me that right now. Oh my god, compilations end of this season are gonna be lit. Send that to me, Mo. Wow. Kuti, can't you see? Yeah, is that what we're doing?
You know why
Is
now?
that what we're
Because
doing,
Kuti.
I know
This is
why,
it.
bro. I know why, bro.
This
Now
is
I
it.
know why. Jacob,
Oh
you are
my-
sensational for that.
No,
bro.
do you
Thanks.
actually want to know why his nickname is Kuti?
Yes.
Because when he was a young child, his sister, I believe it was, couldn't say his name, and she would call him Kuti, and so since then everyone called him Kuti. And that's just Kuti Romero.
Cheers, bro.
World Cup winner.
Cheers,
Put
bro.
some respect on his name. He actually starts for
Cheers,
his
bro.
national team, which we can't
Cool
say about
story,
other center
bro.
backs.
Full story, bro. One centre back ended with 3 points. The other is explaining himself right now. Continue. Explain.
But-
Well,
Okay.
Jacob, speechless. I love it. Mo, help him out, man.
Never
Give him
seen-
something.
I've never
I
seen
wouldn't
you
say
speak
there's
like
a
Brother,
lack
give
of
him
things
something.
to
Never
say.
seen
It's
Jacob
more
speak.
reservation of saying
Never.
said things. I'm gonna reserve my opinion here.
Really? What do you deserve your opinion about what?
Kunle he's trying to do what every court jester does. They grab the jack in the box and they try and just crank it until they get some kind of reaction. Guess what? You can't crank that soldier boy on me neither, Kunle. But we
Well, let's be serious.
Yeah.
This show will never be serious. I
We're
know
talking
that.
about Spurs, and you're saying, let's be serious, bro. Come on. You're talking
This
about a
will never
joke
be
club,
serious.
and you want seriousness, bro. Come on, man.
No, seriously, Spurs though, they played a good game. Son is coming back. Another disappointment for Korea against Jordan. Big up Jordan, of course, for smashing
big up Jordan.
South Korea and Son. For
Big up Jordan.
smashing South. Big
Lo-
up Jordan.
Losing
That's
follows
they
these
made
boys
history,
around, bro.
right? That's history made for
That's
Jordan.
absolutely history. Big up Jordan.
Yeah, big
Big
up.
up
think all
Jordan
the-
for that.
All the Spurs boys are out of AFCON as well. It's normal, bro. Them lot all sent packing, mate.
Wallahi, big up Jordan for this. But listen, I think we'll talk
This
about the
fraud.
important. Spam
This
Jordan
guy just
flags
can't
in the chat.
wait.
Spam Jordan people in the chat.
Kunle is such a fraud. You put me and Kunle on a show together. I wake up early for this.
Bro,
and I just
explain the Everton game. Don't worry about who's on the show,
You
bro.
haven't
Explain
said
to us
anything. Yes.
what happened with Vicario, bro. Why are you lot not protecting him on corners and set pieces? What's going on? Where are the boys at?
You still believe Vicario is the best goalkeeper in the league, though?
Absolutely. Yeah,
No, he doesn't.
especially
Even
after
after the
watching
last
Allison
game.
get nutmegged. Allison got nutmegged. Bro, you're a goalkeeper. You can't be getting nutmegged near post like that. Come on. What are we doing here?
Until it happens to Vicario this season. It's loaded. Don't worry, bro. It's loaded.
It's-
Trossard's got one for him at the lane coming, bro. Don't worry, bro. Trossard, as soon as the
Chill.
goggles come on, bro, it's a wrap for everybody, bro. We knew Even Monu, as soon as the goggles came off the bench, she was anyway. We're not at the Arsenal segment. Explain Tottenham's situation, Jacob. Don't get distracted here. What's going on? We need answers, man. We need answers.
The only thing I know is that Richarlison is scoring. That's all I know.
9 and
Scoring
8,
goals.
yeah.
This is something positive.
Some
for
say
them.
Buhu Saka is just trying to keep up with him, but we move.
Yes,
Son
let us move
is
on
back.
to the explanation of this game. Come on, continue.
But
Focus,
seriously, if you're gonna do this, Jacob, like listen, you play Brighton next game, Wolves, then
Yeah.
Chelsea away. Do you believe? Okay, do you believe from that? If you don't finish in the top 4, do you believe it's a failure? On a serious note,
No.
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 Why not?
No, I don't. Because for me in the summer, there was a lot of, I would say, systematic changes that I wanted to see within the club. And that the result on the football pitch, like, what does Champions League mean for me if we don't even try to bolster the squad to win that competition? We're just participating. We're just saying, look, here's our ticket stub. We were at this event. To me, that's lame. I don't want to compete in things that we don't actually have a legitimate shot of winning. Now, if you told me
So
next year,
everything
if we
then.
make some good signings and we're in Europa League, that's actually a competition that I could see us trying to go for and have a shot legitimately at challenging for and winning. Whereas Champions League, I feel like we're a few years off from
Jacob, what happened
this
against
project
Everton, bro? What's going on, bro? Why are we talking about Europe?
you're
You're not
so
in Europe,
down,
bro.
bro.
He
You're so
Brother.
down, bro.
He
Bro,
asked me if,
you just said you don't want to make Champions League. You would rather make Europa League. What happened to you?
Right,
bro?
why isn't the
Because I
robe
would
on?
rather
Hey, Jacob,
play-
get the robe
No,
on
no.
now, bro. Get the robe on now. That's what we want to see, bro.
the robe's over there?
The
It's
losers,
robe of
get it on
defeat.
now,
You're
because
getting it
that's how
mistaken.
you
It's the
sound.
robe
You
of
sound
defeat.
like the
didn't lose.
robe, bro. You sound like the robe. How about that?
Hold on. He
Again,
literally said that he doesn't want to make Champions League football.
Because
Because he
that
knows
is
he
not a
can't, bro.
competition
That's
we
why.
can go. No, because even
He
if
knows
we
he
do,
can't. Yes,
what did,
you
what
can't,
did
bro.
Champions League? What did Champions League get me when we won it under Antonio Conte? When we got
Brother.
it over Arsenal, what did that get me?
Money,
Perisic and
money.
Basuma?
Got you money,
And
money, bro. Yeah.
If it wasn't
Did it
for
make me?
Champions League,
My
you would
bills,
not
hey,
Money
make
my
and
bills
Spurs
didn't get
guys.
status
paid.
and the
Kunle,
ability. It makes it easier for Ange to attract players in the summer as well,
Yes.
bro. What are we talking about here,
This
man?
attracting players is a fucking myth.
Hey,
Don't
you need
don't
every
do
favor
that.
you can
This
get in that
attracting
situation.
players,
Trust me.
this attracting
Spurs need
players
every
is a
single
myth.
win in their foot. What do you mean it's a myth? Bro?
It's
Players
a
want to
myth.
play in the Champions League. They want to get
That is
decent
a myth.
wages,
That
and they
is a
want to
myth.
play in the
What did
Champions League. It's not a
What
myth,
did
bro.
Champions League attract me? Jed Spence, Yves Basuma, Ivan Perisic.
Brother,
What did
hey,
Champions League
when
really?
that in that
So you're
all I
waffling.
remember,
You're
no,
lying
no,
to
no.
me right
In
now.
that summer, all I remember is Spurs fans telling me, "Oh, it's because we got Champions
Well,
League
why don't you
football that
listen to what I'm
Basuma
telling
chose
you right
us."
now?
Do you got?
Why don't
I'm
you listen to
listening
what
to
I'm
your
telling you
fan
right
base
now?
because they craze, all of you.
Well, either you can have a conversation with this hypothetical person of a fan base, or you can have a conversation with me.
I want
who's
to
sitting
have a
right here.
conversation about Goodison Park, Jacob, and you've not told me anything about that
Well,
yet.
that's
the
because
conversation I want.
the host of this very channel asked me a question that was different from what you're expecting for me to answer.
Okay,
So
sorry,
later
what
ask
was the
host
question
why
Mo
he
asked?
that
Mo, what did
question.
you ask? Sorry, I
I can
forget.
tell you what
He
he
was
asked. Why
waffling.
don't you ask me what he asked? Because I was fucking answering it.
No problem, Jacob. Hey, Jacob, chill out, bro. Take the hat off, man. It's a bit hot up there, bro. Relax, you.
Oh,
Relax.
it's cold.
So
It's chilly
repeat the
this morning.
question. Repeat the question. Sorry, what was the question he asked you, Jacob?
He said if I made top 4, or if I don't make top 4, is that considered a failure? And I said no, it's not, because of my expectations in the summer, and that's why I went on the rant that I was going on.
All right. I'm glad you acknowledged that was a rant, but continue.
Yeah, but this mess about like, oh, we don't want to make Champions League. This is absolutely.
It's falling away, bro. He knows it, bro. That's why
No,
he's
I'm
White
disappointed
flag.
at
Because
Spurs.
me as
White
a
I'm
flag
looking
person,
from
waving.
me as a
outside.
person,
I'm disappointed at Spurs.
can Spurs? How far away are Spurs from beating Real Madrid or Manchester City or
Hey,
Bayern Munich? in the
Jacob,
Champions
you
League? How
don't,
far away?
What
are
is
we?
this
How far away
argument?
are we?
Jacob, you don't get to celebrate being top of the league and telling me you want Europa League football, bro. What's that? What's that about? Why are you like you were celebrating top of the league,
No one
and then
said
you're
what I
talking
want.
about Europa
No one
League
said what I
football,
want.
bro?
No,
What are we doing here, bro?
Now you're
What
actually
are we
making
doing
me
here?
upset
Your
here.
manager's
Because
saying what? We
you're
can't
fucking
win the
lying.
league.
Just please for a second.
We
can you
can't
stop
win the league,
talking
mate. What
and
do you mean,
listen?
mate?
Can you stop talking?
That's what he
and
said.
listen? Okay.
Go on, talk some sense, though, because you've been waffling for a lot of the show.
Are you not gonna talk, Jacob? You're
He's got
done.
nothing. He's got nothing to say. That's the thing. He's trying to pretend that it's me rattling him, but he's got no explanation. Zero. He's lost. Put that robe on right now, Jacob, because that's what you are right now. You got a point at least, man. Explain how you got that, bro. Come on, man. The viewers want to hear it. Why were you able to steal a point from Goodison Park and didn't leave with nothing? Explain to the audience. The floor is yours, my brother.
Okay, Samas is saying Spurs have no standards. That's why it's a no failure. No, Spurs have standards. Making Champions League has always been the objective for them. That's I believe reality. This is it. Making the Champions League is the objective for Spurs on a serious note. This is where the club is heading. And I believe that's the problem with Spurs. That's why, and there's no banter here for Spurs, Jacob. When we made an Arabic show, we actually made it top 5 because the only team in this top 6 that has no permanent chair there is Spurs. And it's nothing like it's nothing against Spurs or anything. And I said that yesterday. Excuse me. That when you were at the top, you didn't win trophies. When Chelsea were at the top, they won trophies. When Man City now are at the top, they're winning trophy. When Arsenal, historically, Arsenal are a top 6 team. The problem with Spurs is that when you went to the top, when they attracted the international fans like yourself, you didn't win trophies. So this is why I'm saying, if you consistently miss out on Champions League for some years, I believe you lose your spot in the top 6. You lose your spot as top team because you have no history behind you to back you to be in the top 6. So this is what the problem, Jacob, and it's no banter. It's just a logical explanation. You did not win trophies to solidify your place with the top teams when you were close to the top. You didn't get over the line. So for you to come here now and tell me that I want to make Europa League.
I didn't say I want to make Europa. I didn't say I want to make Europa, by the way.
By the way, Jacob, Champions League is what made you a Spurs fan. If Spurs were Everton, were making Europa League, you weren't going to be a Spurs fan. Spurs were not going to try because I'm sorry, international fans.
This is not fucking Mystic Joe time.
Oh,
if you didn't do this, then this would have happened. This is ridiculous.
You don't like logic?
This isn't logic. Okay. This is Mo waffling.
This is absolutely logic.
This is your show. You want to wake me up in the morning so Kunle can interrupt me and so you can waffle about what I want and how I became a fan? Let's continue. I'll put myself on mute again so Kunle can interrupt me and you can waffle about me and how I see myself as a fan. That's fine.
I can absolutely I can waffle and you can respond to me and tell me I'm waffling, Jacob. I said that yesterday. It's not because you were here. People in the chat will tell you that I said that yesterday and you weren't on the show. And by the way, before we even started doing shows together, Hussam knows this, and you can ask, Staffy knows this. When I made an Arabic show, we made it top 5. But my problem is, I said that Spurs look very good.
So 5 people's opinions about my club is supposed to...
Can you let me finish?
Y'all 5 getting together saying that Spurs are not in top 6.
Interrupt you after I finish.
I'm supposed to dictate my opinion on
I am not going to interrupt you after I finish. I'm not going to interrupt you after I finish. Right? I'm not. You to come here and tell me that I want to make Europa League, okay? Is that why? This is why Spurs.
Again, I didn't say that.
You literally said that. You literally said I don't want to make Champions League because
you asked if missing top 4 was a failure, and I said no because I explained why. And then you're extrapolating one sentence from that and saying, "Well, this is what Jacob wants." That's not what Jacob wants.
You're
just saying.
Okay. Can I repeat what you said?
League, but does that
I repeat what you said? And then you say if I'm right or wrong. You said I would rather be in a competition that I will do something in than be in another competition that I won't do something in. Isn't that what you said? It's a yes or no question, Jacob.
Yes, I said I would rather play in a competition.
In the chat, everyone in the chat, what does that mean? If someone says I would rather be in this than that, what does that mean? That means you want to be in something. So I'm not waffling. You're accusing me of lying, but I'm not lying.
Tell us, chat.
But I'm not lying. Because you literally said that sentence word for word. But I'm waffling.
Verbatim.
I'm done. Can you tell the chat to like the video at least, Jacob? There's over 300 people here. Why are you upset?
Make sure y'all like the video.
Oh my God, why are you upset? I'm
not upset. You said you were done. I thought we were moving on.
No. You said you have the right to respond. You said I'm interrupting you. I am not gonna interrupt you.
I
All I
said
want to,
no. I
I
said Kunle
actually.
interrupted me. I said you were
So
waffling
Kunle is
about
not
how
gonna
I became a
interrupt you. I
fan
promise you,
and
he
why I
isn't.
became a fan. That's what I
I
said.
You do okay. So you don't think Spurs being in the international stage, making Champions League football?
Cool. That's great. And participation trophies are fun. But when you ask what I want for my club long term, that's not a trophy. Participating in Champions League is not a trophy. So
Nobody
when you
said it
ask what I
is.
want, if y'all care what I want for my club,
We
it is
do.
to win something. It is to
All
win
right.
competitions that I'm in. Making Champions League is not a competition I legitimately think we can win. We have just as much of winning a chance of winning Champions League next year as we do of winning the Premier League this year, which is I think they calculated it at 0.1%. So to me, what's the point in competing for something that you have no shot of winning? I'd rather start at a level in which we can build and win from, and then take the next step and push on for Champions League. And I think that starts with the Europa. I think that starts with something that Ange Postecoglou can actually conceivably do with Spurs. So that's why I said if we miss out on top four, it's not a complete disappointment. It's not a failure. That's why we even brought this whole conversation up in the first place, was because you were asking if missing top four was considered a failure, and I said no, and I was listing why, and then again y'all extrapolated one thing because Kunle can't stop interrupting me. I'm really appreciative of now I've had the chance to speak without Kunle's loud mic in my right ear, but I'm saying that I would want to play in a competition that we have a chance of winning. That's all I was trying to say. Doesn't mean that I don't want Champions League. Sure, that'd be fun. You know, the music is better. It's way better than the whoa, 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 whoa song. But to me, we have a better chance of winning at the whoa, 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 whoa song than we do at the, Champions League. So,
Do you
yeah.
believe West Ham, if they're asked to make Champions League or play Europa League, would they choose Champions League or Europa League? They have bigger chance of
Champions
winning
League.
Europa League. So why do
Well,
West Ham would want Champions League football, but you don't? Because you have a
I
chance of
didn't
winning
say I
it.
don't want it. I just said that, like, it's not, by missing out on that doesn't consider, it's
It's
not
not
a
a.
failure to me.
Uh,
If we miss out on that, is not, I didn't say I don't want it. You're asking, you're telling me, like, do I not want someone to hand me $100 bills? Of course I would. That'd be fantastic. That don't solve my rent problem. That don't solve my income problem. That don't solve all the problems I have preceding this man handing me $100. But sure, I would love $100 handed to me. That's my point. Like, just getting that doesn't solve anything. If anything, it papers over the cracks at this club, and it gives Daniel Levy an excuse to not continue to invest. Well, look, I'm minimally invested. I got all these young kids on these loan back deals, and guess what? I got Champions League football, which is my goal. So then we can be complacent. And so you're asking me if missing out on something to make my club more complacent is somehow deemed a failure. No, if anything, that's better for me, because now we have to push on. Now we can set our goals higher because of when we make Champions League, what then does the club want to push on for? More money. That's it. That's all I get. Let's get Champions League again. That's my point.
All right, then. I actually believe that you can push. If Arsenal can push to challenge for the title last year, I believe you can too. Next year, I'm not saying you're going to win it. We can actually fancy your chances of
Yeah,
at least
and Mo, and
challenging.
if and in the summer, if in the summer we're at a point where it's invest in the club or not, if we have Champions League football already, that looks like they've already done their job because they've succeeded in that aspect from a club's perspective. But from a team perspective, from a squad perspective, we are nowhere near being at a completed level, in my opinion. So that's what I'm saying. And by missing out on Champions League, that would signal to the club there's further investment to make. So I'm willing to take the step back now in the hopes that it leads to further investment and that we can then push on further later. That's my point. Because again, getting Champions League under Conte did nothing but say we're doing things right. And we were not. We have been not doing things right for a very long time.
I just want to fly over to America and give Jacob a hug, man, because his team have broken him, bro. Jesus. That little segment sounds like the beginning of
a
an
big
origin
picture.
story, bro.
It's a big
Sounds like the
picture
beginning of an
outlook.
origin story. Spurs is going to drive you to madness. Look at his old demeanor. He's broken, bro. Like this
I'm
ain't the
not
Jacob.
broken. I'm very blessed in life.
season, he's talking about, yeah, I don't want to do this, and if we go into there, it makes it look like the guys are not doing well. And
Gonna
what happened to Big Ange? Big energy. We got this guy, that guy. We're top of the league. Now I'm not hearing that energy no more, Jacob. Are
Hey,
you
we get top
finally
of the league
realizing
again.
what we tried to
I'll
tell
bring
you
it
at this?
back.
Hey,
I'll bring it back
hey,
when we're
hey.
top of the league
So,
again.
so
All right.
are we just so let's just admit all of that was just bravado and a facade in you. You're just getting a little bit gassed, just like we told you you were, and you were just living in the moment, and that's cool. That's
I
cool,
didn't.
but we don't mind.
Basically
We
what you're
don't. We
saying.
don't.
Basically what you're
We
saying.
don't. Hey, we don't mind you living in the moment, but don't overdo it, Jacob. Next time, talking about you're better than this team, this player's better than that player. Let's just take it easy.
I
Chill
mean, I
out.
still think Arsenal. I still think Arsenal are
Chill
closer to
out.
Spurs than they are Manchester City, and I stand by that.
Hey, all I know is 3 games against them lot, 7
It's
points
just
for
I thought
Arsenal. Can
differently
you
of
say the same?
Liverpool. That's all
Can
that
you
Sunday
say the
proved to
same?
me. That's all that Sunday proved
And
to me that
West,
Liverpool aren't who I thought they were, and they deserve
all I
that
know
L
is
that we handed them
it's
first.
26
So
minutes in, and
congratulations.
Jacob, we still don't have an explanation for Saturday's 1
Okay,
point.
we're gonna move on from Spurs, but the last thing is that I'm gonna say something. I actually think Spurs in the right direction. I like watching them. They play very good football. Ange Postecoglou is still learning, which is people don't understand. I believe Spurs. Every time I'm opening TV and I'm watching Spurs are absolutely entertaining with bum players. They made a mistake signing Timo Werner. Richarlison is one of the still, even though he's scoring goals, which is I can't blame him for this. I believe he's hurting the team still because he's not getting involved in the play. Son is coming back, and I believe Spurs are going to be all right. I still believe Spurs are going to make top four.
What's all right? Okay.
For me, I think the objective this season is to make Champions League football. I believe they will make top four. I believe they will make Champions League because I believe Ange Postecoglou plays very good football, good brand of football, and I believe this Spurs is going in the right direction. It's all about
they will
Daniel
finish
Levy.
above Aston Villa, yeah.
They might.
No, yes or no, man? Because they
What
will
do you
have
mean,
to
yes
finish
or
above
no?
Aston. Like, do you think they'll finish above
Oh
Aston
yeah,
Villa?
I think yes, they will finish above
Okay.
Aston Villa. So I think they will finish above Aston Villa. That's what I think, genuinely. I believe I don't. They still have a chance of finishing third. I believe that. I don't know above Liverpool or Arsenal yet because they still
Impossible.
host Arsenal at their stadium, if I'm not mistaken.
No
There is
problem,
5-point drift. I believe there is a chance there. There is 5-point drift. Arsenal still go to the Etihad. Arsenal still go to the to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and I believe there is still talk about the Spurs team. Them losing a point against Everton, they learn from it. I'm being very objective at the moment. He's gonna learn, right? Everybody asked Ange Postecoglou to adapt. He adapted. He dropped deep, subbed every center back, every defender he has on the bench, which is something that he said he wasn't gonna do. Never gonna see it when he said, "This is who we are, mate." But he did, and probably maybe that was a mistake. I still believe that Romero is a little bit overrated. Van der Ven is fantastic footballer, absolutely one of the
Who
best defenders
overrates
in
him
the.
other than me, Mo?
A lot of
Who
people.
Your
rates
whole
him?
fan base. Your
Oh,
whole
actually,
fan base.
no.
That's not
Hold on.
true.
He's actually,
My whole fan base. I was
he's
telling Mo
actually
before
right.
the show.
It's only,
I'm
I think
mostly annoyed
Jacob.
with Spurs fans because they all hate on him
rephrase
too.
my? Can I rephrase
Yeah.
my thing? Okay, I
The
actually think that
Americans,
Jacob.
the Americans, sir. The Americans.
I actually think that Jacob
Don't be xenophobic.
overrates Cuti Romero. I believe so. Jacob overrates Cuti Romero. The rest of the world, the rest of the world sees the truth. He just doesn't.
Yeah, you and Will are big cheerleaders for that
Will
campaign.
as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Will
You and Will
overrates
are big.
Romero. I don't believe he's. I believe he's a good defender.
For what it's
he's
worth,
better than
if
Saliba.
Will
Oh
rates
my
him
God!
and I rate him,
Can I talk?
are you gonna play the clip? You gonna play the clip?
I'm older, and it's my channel. Can I talk? For fuck's sake! Can I fucking talk?
Can I say one thing, please?
So just want to talk. Anyway, I believe Spurs them dropping points against Everton is a bad thing, right? It's something that they shouldn't have done. If you want to make, if they didn't drop these points, it would be only 3 points behind Arsenal, hosting Arsenal at their stadium, so it'd be still pretty close to the top. But they didn't, which is the same as when Arsenal dropped points against West Ham and Fulham. They still have Bissouma to come back, Madison to be in full fitness again, Son is coming back, Solomon is coming back. So I believe Spurs are in a good place. My problem, again, is what Jacob said that he would, which is maybe he clarified that, so we'll have to move on from that, about the Europa League. But I still believe that if Spurs don't make Champions League for some years, I think we'll have to remove them from being a top
I-
team in England.
But that part there, some years, I would probably agree with that. But that's not me saying that next year, with a strengthened squad, with more investment into Ainge's vision and his philosophy, and another year of our academy, which no one's looking at it right now, but we're doing all right in the academy right now. We're blossoming some nice little pieces. Yesterday was
Academy.
quite a nice little match.
Some
Spurs, an
skips and
academy.
a few more skips.
Mikey Moore,
Skips. If they're anything
Tyrese
like
Hall.
Skip, then we're not
Harry
worried.
Winks, Oliver Skip, bro. What are you
No,
talking about?
I'm talking about our academy right now, not our
Oh,
academy
okay.
5 years ago.
I
I'm
d-
talking
I don't
about
know
because
anybody
our
in Spurs'
there's been
academy.
a
I
lot
don't
of
know
things
anybody.
behind the scenes that have changed in our academy since, and now like we are all on the same page, and that is again something that I asked for in the summer, which was a clear pathway from the youth team to the first team, a clear ethos. So that way, when we do have a James Madison that gets injured, well, we have a young Mikey Moore or Jamie Donnelly who's been playing that position for 5 years, right? That's my big picture goal for Tottenham Hotspur, is that we have. I mean, look at City. When they have players that go out for this or that or the other, they have Rico Lewis, they have Oscar Bob, they have these young kids that come up that have been playing in Pep Guardiola's system because that's the foundation that they've built. And I know no one wants to talk about it because it's the boring stuff. It's not the McDonald's type shit where it's immediate in your face results. But I'm still able to look at this big picture because it has been a sustained period with no success. So I agree with you, Mo. If we continue to miss out, but I don't believe we will. And if next year, if in a year from now we're gonna miss out on Champions League, then there's questions and actions that need to be taken against Postecoglou, because at that point there's been 4 windows where he's been, let's say he's been backed hypothetically, and if he's still not getting the tune out that he wants, then at that point there is a problem that something needs to be changed. But we're at the precipice, the beginning stages of a build, not a rebuild, but building something. And there's always going to be growing pains when you do that. Again, I'm just looking one step ahead of me. What's in front of me is Brighton, and last time we played them, they whooped our ass. So hopefully next time that's not the case. And you know. Yeah, Everton
Let's
wasn't
move
good.
on then from that to the big game of the weekend,
Thank
Arsenal
God.
Liverpool.
Oh,
And I'm gonna
yeah.
start with asking Kunle, are you a better team than Liverpool this year? Does this game tell us that you are a better team in the league this year, or this was a one game off that you won? That you
Are
proved
we a
that you are at
better
home better
team?
than them. Yes.
Well, I don't know if just this game. We've played Liverpool twice in the league and we've got 4 points. So statistically, it says we're a better team than them this season, isn't it? So I'm gonna go with that. And what we showed is that we're in it. Everybody told us that we're not winning this game. Everybody told us that we need to win just to stay in the title race. And now people got stupid questions for me as, does that mean Arsenal are back in the title race? What kind of nonsense is that? You know the answer before the game. So the answer is yes, we are back in the title race, and we can bring it to anyone. Because I saw a team that on the weekend that can go toe to toe with anyone. 100% record against City this season. 4 points out of 6 against Liverpool, which is not something that is normal for an Arsenal team. But the reality I also know, Mo, is that there's no matter of performances, goals scored, late winners, whatever we do, there's not going to be an answer for anyone on social media until we win the league. So they're going to keep saying all this rubbish until we actually win. So I don't know what Arsenal fans, we can't win. We're either over celebrating or we're delusional because we've not done it in 20 years. So we can't win in it. So I'm just going to keep enjoying my football. We're back in the title race. Arteta's got a chance with this squad. I hope he's finally realized Kai Havertz is not a midfielder. As long as that is consistent, we got a chance, mate. Got a chance.
So looking at this game, did you expect that before the game? Did you expect this performance before the game?
I expected to win 3-2 because of a gut feeling. I wasn't sure how it was going to look after I saw the lineup, to be fair. When I saw that Jorginho was starting...
Can I go because of a gut feeling?
Yeah, I woke up on Saturday morning saying, we're going to beat these boys 3-2. And I went on every stream and told everyone we're going to win 3-2.
But that's a gut feeling. So that was not an objective. That was just a feeling.
It was just a feeling, mate. It was a feeling. That was a feeling. But I wasn't sure how we were going to do it. But I didn't think we were going to discipline them for 90 minutes like we did at the end.
So objectively, you didn't think you were going to win this game?
No, I did think we were going to win this fight.
No, you just said it was because of a feeling, not because a logical thinking.
Because I did.
Or you believe your feelings is something that we should take into account?
No, the reality is that's the only feeling I had about the game. I didn't have an objective. I only had an emotional feeling, and that was we were going to win the game. I didn't have another one to refer to. So you can do that info as you want. But
I'm
I
really
just
asking for it. Do you know
no
why I'm
no no
asking you
no
this,
no.
Kunle? I'm not asking
I
you to
understand
banter
why
you.
because no. I understand why, but that's my honest answer. There's something about this game against Liverpool that I just
Okay.
knew Arteta was going to step up and get the win because I saw it as a mass because there was a lot of pressure on him, loads of pressure that everyone's saying he's not good enough. This game means that they're out of the title race. Everyone expected Liverpool to come there and win. I just for some reason I thought this is Arteta's time to show that I am a top manager and I can go toe to toe with the best of the best, and he did. And everyone was shocked by the Jorginho situation. Not that necessarily he was playing, but how he used him in that game. Because usually when Rice and Jorginho play together, Jorginho sits and Rice does the number 8. This time, Rice was the 6 cleaning up, and Jorginho kind of had a free role to roam around and dictate play, slow it down, speed it up, and do whatever he want. And he gave us a man of the match throwback central midfield performance that day. And I have to put my hand up and say, even though I'm not Jorginho's biggest fan, and I thought maybe ESR could have started this game, the manager knows best. And he proved it on the weekend. The
Oh my
manager
God, the
knows best.
manager knows best. Oh my God, I hate this word, bro.
He
Why do you
knows him
hate it,
different
bro?
now.
Ah, just
Why do you hate
because
it?
he
The
knows
manager
best.
knows best.
Because he knows. Because the manager knows best is just something that people like to say. Not you, but people like to say when they don't want to talk about the game because that ends the conversation. We shouldn't be talking about the teams, and we shouldn't be talking about Spurs. We shouldn't be
No.
talking about Pep
We can
Guardiola.
talk
So he
about
got it right. He
it.
got it right this game, right? He got it
Yeah,
right
he got it
this
right
game.
with his
Right.
decision making this
Absolutely
game for sure.
master class, right? Master
Yeah,
class.
for sure,
And
100%.
you know that I'm not saying this. You know, I texted you master class after the game. I said he
Mhm,
literally, and then people didn't like it. He literally schooled Klopp in this game, schooled him,
100%,
right?
100%. Mhm.
But we can't criticize the managers. I criticized my manager, but he got it right with this game. But no, the manager knows best because that's a very abstract thing. It's like
No,
so
but
that means that
here's
means
my
we
context.
only
No, hold on.
criticize him if he.
No,
Okay,
no,
go
no.
ahead.
Here's my context because what I want to say is that we always, as fans, we come on streams and say the manager should have done this and he should have played this player and that player when he doesn't do something. But when he does something that we didn't expect, we don't also give him the same plaudits. That's kind of where I was going with my message that the manager got it right because I'm one of the people that say I would have started this guy. Why did he not? Why did he not start Trossard? And he didn't do any of those things. But we bossed the game for 90 minutes. So I wanted to take an opportunity to big him up because I didn't see that decision working how it did, but
Yeah.
he did. So I got to big him up. That's what I meant. If that clears it
I
up
get
a
what
bit.
you're saying now. I get what you're saying. It's just for me, like a lot of people say, but Pep knows better than me. I'm like, yeah, he knows better, but this is we sit here in front of people to talk about football, right?
For sure, for sure.
Nobody saw Jorginho start. No one saw Jorginho start against Liverpool midfield and boss in that midfield. And if someone saw that, well, I don't know what to tell you. So what now then? You believe that you're back in the title race, but do you believe your chances? Of course, you improved your chances of winning this game. Everybody didn't see you winning this game. Nobody did see you winning this game, but you won. So you're back in this title race. What are the chances now of you doing it? And I wanted to ask another question now. Now he won both games against City and Liverpool. If you go toe to toe with them towards the end of the season and not win the league, which is a possibility, even Liverpool can win the cannot win the league at the end. Man City can fail and not win the league at the end. Do you believe if Arteta don't win the league, but he pulled the rabbit out of the hat in these two games, do you believe he deserved to stay? Now, this is the talk that people say. He proved people wrong. Isn't this what people say now? He proved people wrong. So he deserves to stay no matter what if I'm not saying if he loses like the next 2-3 games and he falls off, but I'm saying if he goes toe to toe with them, because he's 2 points off the top now, 3 points behind City if Man City win their game in hand. Do you believe he deserves to stay?
If that's how the title race ends, we're 2 points off the champions, then yeah, I would say he deserves to stay. But there is context where we finish second and he doesn't deserve to stay. Like if the champions run away with it like 7 to 10 points, then then there's an argument that he should go. My only issue with that he should go is I'm not saying nobody can come in for him though. My issue is if he goes, I need to see. I don't want to see a Simeone. I want to see someone that can take these boys with what we have and take them from that challenging level to a championship level. So if someone can show me those options, I'm willing to listen at that stage. If he finishes third, I don't even want to hear any of his Arteta inners talking about Arteta in, because he has to definitely go. Like runner-up for me, but there is context to how he's a runner-up for me to consider that maybe he deserves another bite of the cherry. It's one of them ones.
Jacob, how did you see the game, and do you believe Arsenal turned the corner there?
The way I saw the game,
Very hard for you to be objective. I know that. It's like you're like, oh my god, I'm trying.
Yeah, I mean, 3 out of the 4 goals scored I thought were blunders, and they were gifts from the other opposition. And if scoring 3 out of 4 of those, makes them back in the title race and continue. Look, Manchester City, their oven's been heating up, warming up. I've never for a second floundered on my belief that this isn't Manchester City's league to lose. They have game in hand, and they're equal to Arsenal. To me, they win that game in hand. I think it's versus a
Brentford
Burnley?
at home.
Brentford.
Brentford at home.
So yeah, there's 3 points right there. Again, this has always been City's league. It's fun to let everyone. Hey, we all got a chance up top. Arsenal, Spurs. It's all fun. I think even Villa had a second or two up there. So look, we all have fun this year. City
Europa League,
fun
mate.
at the
You're
big
not
boys
into
table.
It's the Europa League. You're not in this, man. Relax.
I'm just saying, 3 out of 4 fluky goals doesn't mean anyone's back into anything. I think it showed that Liverpool are toothless without Mohamed Salah. They're missing a clear number 6. To me, this was more of an indication of where Liverpool are rather than this is Arsenal turning a corner. And look at Kunle with a smile talking about Arteta this, Arteta. When 3 weeks ago,
why didn't you say we were going to beat them, Jacob?
4
why
weeks
didn't you say we were going to win the game?
Missing 5 weeks before
why
that.
Didn't you
Kunle
say
was, no
we
internet. That's what he wanted to say.
Why didn't you say these reasons of why we were going to beat Liverpool? Why didn't you say that, Jacob? Why didn't you say they didn't have Salah? They didn't have a 6.
Bro, I'm trying
they're
to
not.
talk,
they're not shooting. Why didn't you say that when it said this is why Arsenal are going to win the game?
He said Jacob. He didn't say Jacob and Kunle. He said, "Hey Jacob, what do you think about this?"
This is a discussion. It's not wait for a next man to speak.
There's
discussion.
Simple politeness. Yeah. In a discussion, it is if you have your lady would probably not appreciate when she gets her chance to speak that you're just like, well, blah, blah, blah at every turn that she has. So I'm just saying there's a certain ambiguity, I would say, to a conversation being fluid, but we move. What were you saying, Finland? What were you asking me? You have my attention now. What was your question?
My question was, all these excuses for why we beat Liverpool, no one was saying them that when they were asking who's going to win the game. When they asked why, they were talking about Liverpool winning the game. They never said Arsenal are going to win because they don't have Salah, they don't have a 6, they're not firing, blah, blah, blah. So using all that is rubbish to me now, because you weren't saying that when we were asking who's going to win the game. Everyone came into this game saying Liverpool are going to win.
Well, yeah,
so where is that energy now?
I didn't expect Alisson and Virgil van Dijk to be making clumsy errors. To predict that, you would need to be either one, wrong a lot and correct very seldom, or be very lucky.
When we look back at that game in 10 years, what's it going to say? 3-1. It's not going to talk about Alisson and Van Dijk's mistake. True. It's going to say 3-1.
You are right.
So all these semantics you're talking about are irrelevant. I predicted Arsenal were going to win. Arsenal were going to win.
Whenever we look back at this league and y'all did not turn a corner against Liverpool, we're going to look back and say, oh, well, that was a good result versus Liverpool.
Great.
They actually got a 3-1.
Fantastic, Jacob.
It doesn't mean you won the league. I like how Kunle, Arsenal fans are all operating like, oh,
till then, there's nothing to talk about.
We did it, y'all. We did it. We beat Liverpool. We won the league. Woohoo.
First of all,
now
Jacob,
I believe in the manager. Now you support Kai Havertz. You're moving a lot different than 4 weeks ago. 5 weeks ago, again, Kunle went missing. 6 weeks before that, where was it? 2 and 8. Where was
you got MBM? This is an impressive gaslighting technique, Jacob, but it's not going to work on me, unfortunately, because you've not everything you said. I've not said on this stream. I've never said big up Kai Havertz or do this and do that. I've
You
always
just said
been
I believe in my
consistent.
manager. Kai Havertz is your manager's decision. Therefore, by proxy, you are
Oh,
believing
so because
in Kai
I believe
Havertz.
in my manager, that means I can't.
You're
I
saying your
can't.
manager got it
I
right.
can't
You're saying
question
he got it
any of his
right. Clearly,
decisions.
he's.
Okay, that
What
makes
did you
sense.
say earlier?
That
What
makes
did you say earlier,
logical
Kunle?
sense. That because I believe
Pretty
in my
sure-
manager, that means I
Okay.
agree with all his
All right.
decisions.
All
That makes
right.
sense. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
He's like,
cool.
hey man,
if that's
Arteta knows best,
No,
but then he's like, but
Jacob,
I don't back any of his decisions.
if
That's a great
if
fence
that's
sitting
the
technique. There,
narrative we're
Kunle.
going off, no problem. No problem. If that's what you're saying, I can't disagree with anything he does because I believe in him. That means I can't disagree with anything my missus does because we're together, right? Right? Same logic. Because I picked her. That means I have to agree with everything that she does is right? I'm loving this silence on today's stream, Jacob. I'm loving it. You have no explanation. Anyway, as I was saying, Arsenal, they're back in the
You
title
weren't
race.
saying anything.
Everyone is scared, and all they
Running
want to
in
talk
place.
about now, Mo, is typical. As soon as Arsenal are in the dumps, they're talking about Arteta out.
Bro, it's
This should happen,
results-based
that
industry.
happened.
Y'all got a
As soon
result
as
at
we
the
have
weekend. Congratulations.
as soon as
But
we
this
have a
doesn't mean
win,
that somehow
everybody
y'all fix all
wants
the
to talk
problems
about.
that you
Mr.
have.
doesn't like being interrupted. Is doing a hell of a lot of interruption right now. But anyway,
Because literally
so
the conversation is now in your hands because you interrupted and you took it. Mo asked me a question, I was answering it. Then you asked me a question and I was attempting to answer it, and you took that away. And now you're saying, "Oh, you're interrupting me." Kunle, your conversation
you're
skills, my
rattled
man,
today,
take a lot of
Jacob. It's
patience.
crazy, bro. This is
it's
what your team has done to you. It's
you're
crazy.
just moving so
It is
strange. Now all of a sudden
absolutely
it's I believe in
crazy.
Arteta. Now all of a sudden it's Arteta knows best. When 4 weeks ago we couldn't get a peep out of Kunle.
When was that? Chat,
4
can you
weeks
tell
ago.
us when that was? Never.
When
That's
you're
never
2-8.
happened. I've been there on every single stream with you, Jacob. So what are we talking about? Why are we making up
Yeah, because
stuff?
we've only started this 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so
yeah,
what are you
2
talking
out of
about
2.
4 weeks ago?
I said 4 weeks ago.
What happened 4 weeks ago that I wasn't here to represent?
Kunle went
Tell me.
missing. Kunle pop out when Arsenal start doing well,
You're
but he
just
go back into hiding
making
when
up
they don't do
lies.
well.
You're just making
just
up
saying,
lies to suit your
You're
narrative.
all over the
bro.
place now, but you ain't all over
I'm
the place when you're
always
2 and
all over
8.
the place, bro. Never a foul, terrace, here, I'm everywhere. Big Six Bats, Tunnel TV. You see me everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
I see you
active.
interrupting everywhere you go. I know how you operate.
Exactly. Well, at least you
Everywhere
watch
you
me
go, you
then. I
just
appreciate it.
overtalk. Yeah.
I appreciate
Well,
you.
I mean, y'all got a result. Of course you came out and
appreciate
doing a whole lot of talking.
Am I supposed to hide after a 3-1 win against Liverpool or something? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Hide.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's the first nice thing you said on this stream. I appreciate you.
No, I said y'all got a result. This is a results-based industry, and y'all got a result the weekend. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I don't know what more you want me to say, but I was explaining how you got that result, my thoughts on that, because that's what the host of this very channel asked me to do.
Continue then. Continue.
Cynical is saying Arteta can't go toe-to-toe with West Ham or Fulham. Kunle, that's question. That's for you.
Well, we can go toe-to-toe with Liverpool and Man City, so I'll take that, bro. Appreciate you. Thanks
So
for
do you
super
think
chat.
winning the league is versus Liverpool and Man City or versus the smaller teams?
It's versus everyone. Everyone. That's my answer.
That's so you have to beat what's in front of you. Anyway, listen.
Of course.
People, 400 people here, so hit that like button for us. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like this Arsenal team are confusing, right? Losing to West Ham, losing to Fulham, now beating Liverpool. You go to West Ham away. Are you confident you'll beat West Ham away?
Yes.
Yes, because you beat Liverpool or because you played West Ham 3 weeks ago and you lost?
No, because over the last 3 games, in terms of was it Palace, Forest, and Liverpool, I'm seeing our football in terms of the chance creation thing is not really an issue. No one's talking about that anymore. At first, it was Arsenal can't create chances. Now it was Arsenal don't take their chances. And in the last few games, we're doing both of them. So I'm going in that game with a lot of confidence. The boys look like they're gelling well together. Saka and Martinelli look like they're ready to score goals. Trossard is Trossard. It looks like the man just stopped playing Havertz in midfield, which is a massive positive. So in terms of London derbies over the last 2 seasons, we've been very, very good. West Ham is a chip on our shoulder that we need to fix, and Arteta loves fixing those. So why not?
Arteta loves fixing those.
Yeah.
Okay, Akil is saying at least we won. We must win game. No need for salt. Yeah, of course. Like, listen, after the game, I said Arsenal did what they have to do. There's nobody that can criticize them for winning this game or talking about anything other than them winning the game. Anything else would be just salt. Because I predicted the draw. They won the game and they deserved the win, right? It's not only that they won the game by luck, as Jacob's saying. I disagree with him.
No, I said that they controlled that game, but I said the goals scored 3 out of the 4 were because of they were gifts. One they gifted to Liverpool. Liverpool didn't look like scoring the entire match.
All right. Yeah, but they dominated Liverpool. They had 4 XG. You know that Arsenal had the most.
I didn't
XG.
say XG not once, bro. I never referenced.
I
XG.
said it. I'm not asking. I didn't say you said it. I just said it.
I thought you were saying that in your American.
I never
accent.
said that. You said it, right? Arsenal had the record.
Jacob, what's
XG
going on
against
today? This
Liverpool.
ain't you. This ain't Jacob today.
Bro,
What
I
have you done
woke
to
up and
Jacob?
y'all been on me like from the jump
We
of the
actually
show,
are.
man.
I just don't understand why you don't want to give credit to Arsenal. For real.
Because he's a
I
Spurs
did. I
fan.
said
By the
That's
way,
the only
congratulations.
reason.
What do you want me
Jacob,
to do? Roll out the red
Jacob,
carpet and say,
hey,
"Fucking here you go"? Like I
backhanded
said,
compliments.
congratulations.
We can't
I
have
wanna-
3 people talking over each other. We can have
Yeah,
2
that's true.
talking over each other. Jacob, the problem is you started your monologue by talking about the luck. You didn't start your monologue by giving them.
Kunle was going to interrupt me any second.
No.
Jabs in.
I'm talking about the start. If I start talking about the negatives about the game, that means I did not rate that win. And I know that you're a Spurs fan. And I know that in the heart of you know that Arsenal dominated the game. It's just very hard for you to give them credit. And I understand why. You're a rival.
Yeah.
You're a rival.
Look,
I understand
will say
why.
this as well. I will say this as well. Declan
But I wanna
Rice
understand-
was
but
good.
sorry,
I
sorry.
saw
Can I
Declan Rice
finish this?
performing very good for once. That was very nice to see.
You just at least in the next time
105 million. Right
okay,
there.
Jacob, in the next time, guys, in the next time, Jacob, before you talk, when I ask a question, you just have to tell me, is this going to be an objective or is this going to be an agenda? So we take it the way you're saying it. Because I didn't understand. Are you really being serious that you're saying the Arsenal? Because once you mention luck, that means you... Okay. The translation, if Kunle asked me, right, Mo, the Inter won against Juventus, right? Do you believe? And I start by saying, yeah, but Inter scored a lucky goal. That means I'm not convinced that Inter deserved the win. That means, because the first point I mentioned is luck, that means I'm not convinced that they deserve the win. If I say they dominated the game and they got the break and you make your own luck, that means I think that they deserve. But if I start my answer with it was a lucky goal, that means I am not. It's
your
simple.
Your question was, has Arsenal turned the corner now in this title race? Was what you that was what the question was. So I was first of all taking that down a peg by saying 3 out of the 4 goals scored. So that was by me saying that, not my reflection on the game. If you asked how did I see the game go between Liverpool, a leading question leads to an answer that, hey, he knew what he was doing. Mo's very good at this. He knows what he's doing. He asks his questions in a specific way to garner a specific response. Now, again,
and you answered that response. So you know, and you just
no. If you ask me how the game went versus how if you said Arsenal, have they turned a corner in this Premier League race, or versus how did Arsenal do versus Liverpool? Those are 2 separate questions. My answers for those would be 2 different answers as well. That's why I said that.
Okay,
so
hear me out.
now the game.
Don't you think? Okay, so why don't you think Arsenal win against Liverpool is turning a corner? Okay, so is that a better question for you?
Why don't I think Arsenal's win against
so let me
Liverpool
ask you something.
turning?
You said
I'm just repeating it so I heard it clearly.
Your answer is that Arsenal win against Liverpool doesn't mean they turn the corner, right? Is that a yes or no question? By the way, it's a lot of people think that. A lot of people think it's a 1 game off, and you still have to prove yourself against West Ham. You still lose against low blocks, blah blah blah. A lot of people think that, because I feel like you're hesitant to say. Do you believe that or no? Do you believe the Arsenal turned the corner or no with the win against Liverpool? Because my next question is why you think no. Why?
Because I still think this is Manchester City's league to win. Once they win that game in hand,
I didn't ask you if Arsenal going to
then
win
it's
the league
everyone
or not.
chase.
Okay, so let me
But
define
that's why
what turning the corner is.
You can't turn the corner in a title race if someone's already turned that corner three minutes before you got there. That's my point. Is there's no turning a corner. If we win 4 out of the next 4, has Spurs turned a corner? No, I don't think that it's turning a corner necessarily when there's already someone ahead of you setting the pace. So my point in saying, like, did Liverpool get dominated by Arsenal? Yes. Did Liverpool ever look like they were going to try and win that game? There was one point where I thought they brought Darwin on to try and do something, and he skied it over the net. And it was just like, yeah, this is definitely Liverpool ain't going to do nothing. And it was Arsenal's game that they dominated. Yes, Declan Rice looked like a good player on the day. I would say their best player. Fair play. Because I've often been like, when I watch Arsenal, I don't see a player who's standing out, and he stood out versus Liverpool. So to Kunle's point, they are getting things right. They are fixing some of their problems. But I just think that no matter how many of their problems they fix, this is always City's league to lose. And it doesn't look, they are turning up right
This
now.
has
City is
always been
starting to
City's-
look better.
Jacob,
Yeah.
this has always been City's league to lose. We came through this season saying that.
But
City
now we are
favourites.
at a mathematical standpoint where they are equal to City with a game in hand versus Brentford at home.
All right. I'm not getting the point, though. It has always been City's league to lose. Nothing has changed throughout the whole season. It was Spurs at some point when you were top of the league. But that's a different story. That's a different story. No, but to be honest,
You're asking if they've
because
turned the
you
corner
are
in a
trying
title
to
race.
twist
Bro,
it so bad, bro. You are like when I asked you to the corner, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, Jacob. It was always Man City's league to lose. Turning a corner means did they give themselves a chance to win the league? That's what means turning
they
the corner.
positioned themselves better than they would have after a loss. Because
Who's
that
this guy,
that-
man? Who
that-
the fuck
This
is
is
this guy?
fantastic.
Guy's
Look,
a criminal,
I'm telling
man.
you,
You're a
they
crook,
won,
Jacob,
and they're
bro.
still 2 points
You're a
behind
crook.
Liverpool. Turned a corner, and you still see 2 fucking people running in front of you. All of a sudden, they've turned a corner. Good, you're keeping up with the pace setters. Congratulations, you're keeping up. That's my like. You're asking if they turn a corner. Now they're just there's this strong horse turning the corner, bro. There's still 2 more horses in front of them. Like, let's settle down.
But
Let's
there
see if
has
they can.
always been 2
when
horses
they
in
beat
front of
if they
them.
beat
Literally,
West
bro.
Ham
There's
at London
always has
Stadium,
been
then we
2
can have
horses
this
in front of them,
conversation
bro.
again. They
Okay, Jacob,
No, we
there's
won't have this
always-
conversation. You'll say the same shit, Jacob. You liar, man. Carry on, though.
What do you mean I'm saying the same shit?
No, if we beat West Ham, you'll say the same shit that you said today on the next stream. Facts.
Well, of course,
there's
if City and Liverpool
there's still
win,
2
you're
people in
keeping
front
up.
of you.
Yeah, you need. The
Can
fact
I
of the
ask-
matter is,
we're not-
mathematically,
we're not
you need
keeping
people
up.
to make
We're-
mistakes. No, the
We're
fact
all
of the matter
battling
is,
each other.
you
We're all
need 2 other
battling each
clubs to
other.
make mistakes in order to keep you alive. It's not in your hands now.
Not-
it is in
if
your
we-
hands
if
and
we-
theirs as
it-
well. That is my
Okay.
point. You've not
So
turned
we're
the
all
corner,
in it
and now
together
it's
then.
fucking
We're all in
yours
it
to
together.
lose.
We're all in it together with cities to lose.
Jacob, can I
Yeah?
ask you something simple to make this so simple for you? Because I'm trying to simplify the question as much as I can to get an answer of you that is straightforward. Was this always City and Liverpool ahead of Arsenal in the race?
I'm looking at the table, yes, and they
Okay,
still
always.
are.
No,
yes.
I'm saying always. Did you believe that when Arsenal, after losing to Fulham and West Ham, were in a top 4 race, not a title race?
Yeah, I still
Do you
think they are
believe
in the top
they
4
are
race.
now in a title
They're
race?
battling Aston Villa and Spurs.
Do you believe now okay, so if you're in a top 4 race, not in a title race, you have 0 chance of winning the league, realistically. Right?
Well, not
Isn't
0%.
that the definition? Okay, nobody has a 0 chance. If Liverpool and Man City and Arsenal lose all the games and Spurs lose all the
And
games,
Villa.
Aston Villa will win the league. Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
you
yeah.
have a chance. I'm being realistic here, Jacob. Right? When you say Arsenal are in top 4, you are
Doesn't
giving
live in
them a
that world.
0 chance to win the league. Is that correct? That's a correct statement. Realistically, logically.
No, I mean, I think the context
yes
is key
and
in
no.
this situation because how far off is first place from the other 3? Whereas this
So
is
you
all
didn't.
relative
So you
in
believed
terms
Arsenal
of.
always had a chance of winning the league.
I believe they've had just as much of a chance to win the league as Tottenham Hotspur, Aston Villa, Manchester United. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So do you believe after winning their game, their chances increased to be ahead of all these slot and be in the mix with Liverpool and Man City?
Mathematically, I would lean to
Just
say yes.
mathematically, not because of
Mathematically, yes, but like from a human element, no, I wouldn't, because they still have Arteta, who's a
Jacob.
fraudulent
My man said
manager.
Arsenal
And
have
just
the
because
same
the
end as
weather,
Man
just
United,
because the
bro.
weather's nice right now, everyone's
you're
talking
a
Arteta
fraud,
nicely.
Jacob.
But when they were 2 of 8 and he was opening wide for some meat in Dubai, their tone was a little bit
Fraud.
different. So I'm just saying
tone-
that now that the weather's nice, everyone comes out to play, and once it goes back to being rainy and shitty like it always does, they're gonna be talking a little bit different. Well, it was only 3 points off the top. Arteta deserves to stay, is what Kunle said. That's what he said about 30 minutes ago. If we're in and around top spot, second place is good for me. So, but
Well,
we'll move.
But
Why
what
you're
did I
making
change?
voices,
What did I
bro?
change, bro?
Why you're making voices?
Nah, because I do the same to him, so I ain't mad at it. But mine a little
I'm
bit
not. I know none of us. Listen,
better.
this show, I know one thing: we're not gonna be mad. I know that. I know that for a fact. The three of us,
We'll be
like, I know
frustrated as hell. Be like talking to a brick wall.
that.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah, but you,
someone
I know
screaming
that
at you from
none
the
of
other
us will
side
get
of
mad.
that wall. And
Let me do these couple of switches. AMT saying people can say Liverpool injuries, but people can't say Arsenal injuries. AMT is thank you, AMT, for that. But Arsenal kind of played their best lineup, because I don't consider Timber part of the squad yet, and Thomas Partey has been absent since the second game of the season.
And Gabriel Jesus has like 2
So
goals.
again,
No, but
our
no,
best-
no,
our best available.
Okay, I take that
Don't do
back.
that.
I take that back. I
Thank
take
you.
that back.
Thank
I
you.
made a
Thank
mistake.
you.
I take
you.
that back.
You made many mistakes.
Gabriel Jesus is a massive part of Arsenal. Mikel Arteta using Kai Havertz in the forward line and using him the way he did was absolutely
It was
amazing.
$65 million worth of a plan there. Good job. Do you believe in him
What do
now?
you mean?
What-
He
what- what-
literally
what
No,
is
no,
did
no.
this,
Let me
bro?
ask Kunle. Let me
What
ask
we doing
Kunle.
this, sir? What
Kai
we doing
Havertz,
here?
he got some juice out of the lemon, Kunle. What do you think now? You buying Arteta's lemonade?
Bro, Kai Havertz has so much.
It's
to
a
do
clear
to get
question,
me
yes
to
or no.
believe in
You
that.
buy. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Kai
No,
Havertz
because
is your manager's guy. Your
you're
manager set out,
asking me
give me
about-
Declan Rice and Kai Havertz, and I'm
Yeah.
good. Give me a center back from Ajax.
And we're in a
that's fine
title
too.
race still, so what's for me to challenge it now? We're still in a title race, and he's made that
So do you
decision.
believe in the Kai
Do
Havertz
I like
project?
it? Do I like Kai
Do you
Havertz?
believe in the
No,
Kai
I
Havertz
do
project?
not. I don't. I believe in
But
Arteta.
what Mo said, you just agreed with. So
What
are
was
we
that?
talking
What
about?
did I agree with
What?
that Mo said? What did Mo say that I agree
That
with?
he
Tell
played
us.
Kai Havertz in what Mo just
He
said, where he
really-
played Kai
No,
Havertz
no.
versus Liverpool.
Tell us what-
that you got the best
Tell
out of
us
Kai
what Mo
Havertz.
said.
Bro, I'm not a fucking tape recorder. I don't sit here and record.
Hey, so-
this is
but-
exactly what Mo just said. I cannot.
Bro,
I
you
can
just
tell you
made
what I
up
heard.
something on the spot, so we need to hear why you just made it
Mo
up.
just
Say
mentioned
that
how
it was
Kai
really
Havertz
bad.
was played well in the high line versus Liverpool.
Yes,
Is that not what you just said?
that's a
Yeah.
fact.
And then
And
Kunle
you-
agreed.
Yeah.
And you
Kunle
translated that
agreed.
to me saying
And
that
I'm
I agree
asking
with the Kai Havertz
Kunle,
signing.
do you believe in the Kai Havertz project? Because you're talking about Arteta's, he's the guy who's got it right now. Okay, I believe in Arteta, and he got it right versus Liverpool. Arteta knows best. Another word
Okay,
that
so
you
he
use.
got it right about against Liverpool means I have to agree with Kai Havertz for the whole season. Is that what you're asking? Yeah.
I'm asking if you believe in your manager.
I'm just making
still.
sure.
Do you believe in
No,
the
you're
little
not
project
asking.
that
You're
your
not
manager
asking me
has?
that. You're
$65
asking
million
me three
project.
different questions. You asked me 3 different questions. Do I believe in my manager? Do I believe in Kai Havertz? Which one are you asking me?
Do you believe in your manager, and do you believe in Kai Havertz?
I
We are
believe
here
in my
having a
manager.
discussion.
Yes.
Are you an incapable of answering two different
I
questions?
believe in Kai Havertz.
What are you talking about?
No, I do not believe in Kai Havertz, but I believe in my manager.
I want to ask Jacob a question that AMT asked here. Was Spurs beating Liverpool was lucky or not?
Not in my opinion, no.
Fuck you, Jacob. You are a fraud. Official fraud.
It's not.
I'm glad they caught him in 4K with his fraudulent
Holy-
activity.
Guys, someone
He-
clip
he's-
this and
But
send it to
you are
Osam
officially
right now.
the biggest
Right
fraud
now.
on YouTube, Jacob. Officially. Man was talking about lucky goals at Arsenal against Liverpool, but he said it wasn't lucky for them to beat. Oh my god, what are we doing here, man?
Bro, what was
Bro.
lucky about it? That humans made mistakes? That is a constant variable.
Okay, so this the
What's
same
lucky
thing that happened
about a
against
constant
Liverpool. So why did
variable
you call
living
it
up to
lucky?
its value?
Why did you call our goals on the weekend lucky then? If that's a constant thing that happens.
Is
I'm
Van
glad
Dijk
it's
and
silent.
Allison making
There's been
mistakes?
so much
Let me answer your
silence today.
question, Kunle. I'm trying to
So-
fucking answer. Just because you're on a 3-second delay doesn't mean I wasn't answering your question.
Fuck.
Okay? I'm trying to answer your question.
You're trying to figure your answer out. Continue buying time.
Oh my God. Heaven forbid I think of a well thought out response to answer a question. Heaven forbid that's what we do here.
Okay, do you have one for us now?
Can you repeat your question?
Jacob is a criminal. All right, get this guy off now. End the stream. This is that. Hey,
No,
fraud.
hell no. Ask your question again. Just because you know how to play with my ADHD, ask your question again.
Well, we're moving on. We're moving on.
No. What was the question?
I actually can't even remember. now,
I
to be honest.
remember the question, Jacob.
What was the
Why
question?
were Spurs not lucky? And you said human error, but you said Arsenal were lucky because of some errors.
Right, but refs making errors is a constant. Refs making errors happens in every single match and every ground every weekend.
Humans
That
making
is
errors at every
Let me
ground,
finish.
every.
Kunle, can I fucking talk? So VAR and the officials making a mistake happens every week, every ground, every single weekend, every match day. That is a constant variable. Allison, Van Dijk making mistakes, that's an anomaly. They don't usually. So by them making mistakes, does that we're comparing two different things? That's my point.
Okay,
in saying,
so
like,
they're not
lucky versus
human, and the
Liverpool,
refs are
Arsenal.
human. That's what it is. They're not human. Allison and Van Dijk aren't human, whereas the refs are human. We got you.
But
We
the
got
bigger
it. Spot
point,
on.
the bigger
Got it, spot
point
on.
there, Kunle, was that every week the ref on the pitch and the dudes in the VAR are getting it wrong. Every match at every ground simultaneously, it's happening. So
I thought it was a
to
human
say
error
that-
thing, though. What's changed?
There's a reason why Jacob is
Because every week, Allison and Van Dijk aren't making the same fucking mistakes at every ground they go to. That's my
But
point.
are they
are
humans,
top tier
though?
players. They are
they
classified
humans?
as world class players. Allison
Human
and Virgil
beings.
van Dijk.
World
They
class
don't make
human
mistakes
beings,
like
right?
that every week at every ground. There is the difference.
gonna
And
tell
if you
you
don't
what
want to
doesn't
listen to it,
happen,
Kunle,
Jacob.
then
No.
fucking fine.
You
I
might
resign.
I might agree to the slices, but I can tell you what never happened, right? What never happened is a miscommunication between the people on the pitch and the people in the VAR room, that these people, but everyone made the right call. It was just a miscommunication. Each and every one. The VAR room made the right call. They said it's a goal. The people on the pitch said it's a goal. They just miscommunicated. That never happened. A mistake in a VAR room means you missed the call. But what never happened in the history of VAR, who has been used for over 4 years, is a miscommunication, literally a miscommunication between the VAR room and the on-field referee. That never happened.
Miscommunication never happens in
Miscommunication
That's what we're
between
saying?
them. Someone said it's a goal, and the other people said it's a goal as well, but they miscommunicated talking to each other. That never happened, Jacob. They might make the wrong calls, VAR, right? They might mistaken a yellow card, but what never happened, Jacob, and I said that many times, literally everyone on the pitch made the right call, but they just miscommunicated to each other. That never happened, Jacob. Never. And I believe, Jacob, it will never happen again. Never happen again.
Okay. That's your
Because
opinion.
of that mistake that never happened before, and because of how massive this mistake is, it will never happen again, because they will make sure that that situation will never happen again. That's what I mean. To be honest, that Spurs win against Liverpool's, and I don't have an agenda and I don't have anything. That was
Jacob
the
has
luckiest
nothing.
shit on earth, bro. In football,
He knows it.
In the
Hey,
VAR
Mo, why are you
room.
explaining? He knows the truth, bro. He's just being shameless. He knows
Let
himself.
me do register Kevin and Jacob.
So that
it.
miscommunication, is that what also led to Joe Matip kicking in the back of his own net? That's
That
what we're
has
saying.
nothing to do with
One
what I
instance.
said.
So we're saying
All
an
goals
instance
that
in a
happen
game
all the
dictates the
time.
entire result.
Yes.
That happened in the
Yes.
middle of the fucking game, by the way. There was still 60 more minutes for them to do something else, and they didn't. I mean, mistakes happen all over the time. This is just the nature of the sport. Every sport
like Van Dijk
of
and
officials.
Allison, right? Happens all the time.
Yeah, it's bound to happen eventually. A mistake's bound to be made. We are humans.
All over the place, to be honest.
But guess what Liverpool didn't do? Do enough to win the game after the fact. They, in fact, got 2 of their men sent off. So that's the fact of the matter. We can't act like that's luck. That's them playing uncontrolled and paying the consequences for it. So that's not luck. I stand
Warren,
by that.
guys, W's in my chat for my guy Warren for the good super chat. Thank you everybody that is supporting the channel, sending super chats. Of course, you guys supporting, liking the video. We're almost at 250 likes and we have over 400 people here. When did good banter become blind agenda driven narrative? As for how goals are scored, gifts or not, who gives an F? Goals win games. Pressure lead to mistake that led to opportunities. Well, that's
fair.
true, but sometimes I'm gonna answer Warren, and I'm gonna let you both answer if anybody wants. Warren, the thing about it is that tribalism make that banter thing, and also sometimes there are unforced errors. I think the Allison mistake was unforced. It wasn't because of pressure. It was a rash decision by Allison. He should not have come out. Van Dijk had the thing under control. Sometimes there are forced errors, like the Joel Matip goal against Spurs. That's a forced error. The ball was crossed really quick. He couldn't react. He was in the wrong position. Blah blah blah. He didn't have control.
He did react.
Hey,
He couldn't
Martinelli
react in
bodied
time,
Van
Jacob.
Dijk. What do you mean?
He
He
couldn't
bodied
react.
him.
But to be honest, Van Dijk, Allison and Van Dijk
What do you
was
mean?
unforced error.
Hey,
And anybody
if
tell me
Martinelli
otherwise-
forced it, what do you mean? He gave him
didn't.
the old nudge. Hey, what are you doing? Virgin Van Disney, get out of here. Man.
I agree with the sentiment of that super chat that at the end of the day, the ball goes in the back of the net. It doesn't really matter. So that's why, I agree with the sentiment of that super chat, though.
It was a very good, sensible super chat. But I think there are unforced and forced errors. We have to. I think we agree on this.
I agree. Yeah.
Like I actually believe Saliba's goal was kind of forced on, like it's in the middle because he was thinking that Raya's gonna collect, so that. But Van Dijk had total control of the ball, to be honest. And Alisson shouldn't have come out. That's my opinion.
Brother, he was scared of the Brazilian behind him. What are you saying there, bro?
Nobody's scared. Nobody was.
Hey,
scared.
brother.
Van Dijk
Hey, ask
isn't.
Virgil. Ask Virgil. Oh my God, what happened? to
Matip
Virgil?
own goal was 96 minutes, basically no time to react. I don't know what that means.
That's what I'm saying. That is a reaction. He reacted by kicking the ball in the back of his net. Why don't you kick in the other net, my friend? Then the game would have been dictated differently.
Oh, by the
How
way,
about
people
that?
think I'm saying mistakes. I actually believe Arsenal deserves to win this game 3-0, not 3-1.
I agree.
Gen-
But I'm saying the
genuinely.
goals
By
that
the
were
way,
scored,
people think
3
I'm
out of the
against
4.
Arsenal. I actually believe if you remove the lot from it, Arsenal would have won this game.
They're just so used
I
to
agree.
you being
They
against
controlled the
us, bro.
game.
That's what it is.
Again,
If Liverpool-
congratulations.
if- okay,
Liverpool
if
were
you
shit.
remove
They
them-
They're
controlled
used
it.
to your Arsenal agenda, man. That's why your
Yeah,
chat
they
knows your
are.
agenda.
They
So that's
are
why
actually.
that's why they're responding to you like this. So don't be
But
upset.
I said that before, Kunle. I said that. Remove the Saliba mistake. I believe Arsenal go to win this game 3-0.
I agree.
I hear what you're saying,
I
but
agree
your
with that.
reputation is
Yeah,
why
it's
that
the
reacting
reputation.
this
Fuck
way.
the reputation, bro, on this channel. Fuck the reputation. Fuck this agenda.
No, but I do agree that Arsenal should have won this game. They controlled it in every minute. I'm just pointing out that 3 out of those 4 goals that were scored on the day were fraudulent.
Yeah. Adrian here is saying corrupt Mo knows corruption when he sees one. I know corruption when I see one, of course. I think that I'm corrupt myself, so I know one. I see one. Donna Collin, thank you so much for super chat.
She
White
needs
man,
a
Mr.
mop.
Mo. When are you inviting Mike Das and Theo? I don't know who Theo is, but I know
TJ
Mike
Warren.
does. TJ.
Yeah.
We can make a show with TJ, but that's his Staffy's show. So just to be honest, this is Staffy. It's American Waffle. He has Mike Das and he has TJ. And I don't want to take that away from him. Well, I invite Mike Das after every Liverpool game. Probably he's going to be here on after Liverpool, or maybe Friday. We'll talk to him Friday. Mike Das might be here Friday, Donna Collin. Listen, people, this has been an absolutely fantastic, amazing, one of the best counter views shows we have done on this channel. I am sure you are all entertained. I'm sure you're all entertained. We're all friends.
Sensational show.
Absolutely fantastic. A lot of laughs. I hope you guys laughed. A lot of people call us deluded, but at least you enjoyed it. And I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. Thank you, Jacob. United Spurs of America already in the description. You don't need to go anywhere. All you have to do is just click on the description and you will find United Spurs of America. It's simple and it's not going to cost you a penny, right? And, oh no. Yes, it is. Oh, I made a mistake. Okay. It is already.
Someone get Donna a mop.
Yeah. United States of America. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys something. One of the first things I do after the games, people, is that I go to Tunnel TV and I watch the match reactions. If you haven't watched the whole tape of the whole game and the reaction at the end of Tunnel TV with Canopy, Kunle, and the rest of the boys there, you are missing out. And you are missing out big time. It's one of the best videos on YouTube ever. Ever. You will never see something like it. Tunnel TV Media is in the description. Click on it and just go check that video out. You will laugh and you will definitely subscribe to the channel. There is nothing, I don't think there is a better video than that one. Kunle Kunle, the way they celebrate is absolutely fantastic. I'm madly in love with Mr. Mike Das. Oh, okay, good. I'll let him know.
He already knows.
He already
Pretty sure
knows.
he's filing
He
a
already
restraining
knows.
order.
Listen, people, stay on the stream. Oh, okay. Mr. Mo, help me convince Mike Das to marry me. We can. 100%.
See what we can do.
100%.
For a bigger super chat, we can make it happen, man.
I can make it happen for a bigger super chat for sure. Guys, like the video before you go. Question for Kunle: will we again against the Elephants on Sunday? He hopes so. We asked him this.
Mate, I'm glad you know that we're playing in the game on Sunday, Staffy. That's all that makes me happy. You know that we're gonna be in the game on. So
Guys,
Piano ends tonight.
Yes,
Check
guys.
us out.
Guys, please stay on the stream. It will take you to the football terrace where I will be with Sava and Terry on Straight Facts. Go there, type Judge Mo Raid. Please do, guys. Judge Mo Raid. It's simple, or Mo Raid in the chat, and I will be there. Thank you, Kunle. Thank you, Jacob. And we'll see you guys tonight. Turn on the notification bell, and we're out of here, people.